Hey everyone, welcome to Youth Today. It is Mother's Day, so those of you who are watching with your moms, happy Mother's Day. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'm going to try to keep it short so that way you can go take and spend some time with them and just enjoy being around family. For those of you who aren't able to be with your moms today, for whatever situation it is, I hope you can take some time to be able to, if you can, connect with them. Or if you can't, be able to just take some time and reflect on who they were and kind of celebrate them in a different way. But there are two things as I'm trying to come up with what to teach about on Mother's Day to youth. There's a couple things that kept kind of coming up that I'd like to touch base on. And the first one is how we see God's nature reflected in humanity. And if we look at men and women, moms and dads, believers, unbelievers, there's still a basis of God's character and nature that we can see in human beings. And they're reflected different ways. Let's take a look at Genesis 1. It's at the very beginning of your Bible if you got a Bible with you. If not, don't worry about it. I'm going to put it up there because, I'm nice like that for you guys. But it's going to be in the first part, Genesis 1, and it's verse 27. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. So this verse is talking about how God created human beings in his own image. And it's really neat when we look at humanity together, we look at men and women, and you see the two of them, we can get a better image of God. If you've got a mirror that's, covering half of your face, you're only going to get part of the picture. If you've got a mirror covering the other part, you're going to get the other half. But if you get a mirror that sees both sides, then you're going to be able to better see the whole person and get the better picture. And that's how it is with men and women. We see men reflect different parts of God's characteristics, and then we see women reflecting other parts of God's characteristics. When we think of women, we think of people who are kind and nurturing, compassionate, loving. Usually not all women are like this, but a lot of them are. And some men are kind and caring and nurturing as well. But generally, when we look at humanity, we can see the different parts of God's characteristics here. And we see that men portray some and women portray the others. Now, unfortunately, we are talking about moms today and how most of them are kind and caring and compassionate and loving. And it's great when they're like that because then we can see that you get a better picture of who God is by them being this way. But unfortunately, some of you have not had moms like this, and you've had difficult situations. Either you've lost your mom, or maybe she's not super kind and caring and compassionate. Now, all moms get upset when you leave your stuff and your dirty clothes all over the place, or you take your jeans off and leave them inside out. That's understandable, but there are some people who just aren't super kind, caring, and compassionate. Sorry they've not been able to be a good image of God for you, and their sinful nature is clouding that description and example of God for you. So I'm sorry about that. That sucks. But hopefully you have some women in your life that can give you a better example of what God looks like in this kind, loving, and compassionate type setting. As we look through the Bible, we can see many examples where God is kind, where he's patient, where he's given people things that they've asked for, where he's been super patient with the Israelites throughout all of their stuff that they gave him. We look at Jesus and we see how Jesus was able to be super kind and caring and compassionate and just caring for people. So it's really neat to see through moms who have this good positiveness to them. We can see that part of God through them, which is really cool. And now the second thing I want to talk about is respect. Yes, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what it means to me, respect. I don't know, I can't remember how the song goes. But anyways, secondly, we're going to talk about respect. And it's one of those things where we are commanded as children to be respectful to our parents. And we're supposed to respect God. And because they're made in his image, we should also respect our parents. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at Ephesians. It's going to be a little bit farther in the Bible. We're going to look at Ephesians 2. So go ahead and pull that up here. Ephesians 6, my bad. So we're going to look at Ephesians 6. Children, obey your parents because you belong to the Lord. For this is the right thing to do. Honor your father and mother. So remember that as we are looking at our parents being a reflection of who God is, it is important to make sure we respect them as we do God, because they are a reflection of him, and he's put them over our lives and to be there for us and to guide us and direct us and help bring us up. And yeah, so be respectful of your parents, people, okay? Now, with this being said, I hope that you guys have a fantastic Mother's Day. Sorry it's a little bit shorter, but want to make sure you guys had time with family. I know everybody's kind of crazy this weekend, and some of you are traveling, so safe travels to those of you who are able to. But then, you know, if you can't spend time with your mom, I do hope that you get a chance to take some time and reflect and remember the good times you had with her, or find somebody who's like a mom to you and give them a call up and say, hey, thinking of you and love you. So happy Mother's Day, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you next week.